There we go. Alrighty. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Hey, David. How you doing? Now, today we're finishing off the decaling. I'm quietly confident that it can be completed today. I've obviously got to do that little bit of painting from yesterday as well to complete those lines. And that's the first port of call. That's pretty much it. Minimal waffling today. Who would have thunk it? Now, it's supposed to be quite warm today, but I've watered the gardens because it's supposed to be warm all week. But it's quite overcast. I'm wondering if I've watered unnecessarily. Yes. This isn't the weather station. Sorry, guys. Oh, fuck yeah. Now, round we come. There. Now then, I did my first major jam with my new bass guitar, the Rickenbacker, yesterday, and it was a bit good. It totally lived up to expectations. Rickenbackers are widely regarded as the bulls, and I can see why. Now, what I'm thinking is I might actually use a bit of tape just to mark that edge for clarity. Likewise here, it's just going to make it that little bit more, little bit easier, I think. If I end up finding the locating of tape a bit of a clusterfuck, I'll just not bother with it. We'll see how we go. I'm only going to go for a narrow piece. Something like the type of red tape I have. It's 0, Jesus. You see, for those of us in Australia, well, for most of us in Australia at least, to me, I can't quite get my noggin around it, to be honest. I have experienced it because we actually do have some snowfields here. You have to go interstate. You don't get it in South Australia where I live. But have I experienced it locally? I'm just trying to think. Either way, I've experienced down to about 3 locally. It doesn't get that cold in South Australia generally. 0 is just like, what the fuck, man. Now, on the topic of what the fuck, where are my scissors? I know where I got scissors, hang on. The idea would have been to have them on hand before I pulled the tape out. There we go. These are actually my fishing scissors, but they'll do the job for this in this instance. Now, so I'm going to go. Yes. Playing a dangerous game with that one. Fully hasn't settled. We're going to have to apply some softener on that pretty heavily. I should apply it to all of it. But at least that one we can work with. But this one's going to be especially important. Once the now I'm going to go for acrylics on this one, just for ease of purpose. I just want to be a little more. That's the spot. All right. Now, black acrylic. Do I have it out, or do I need to get it out, so to speak? As the bishop said to the choir boy. Yeah, I went there, kids. What the devil? Just look, I must have put this down at some stage and just not paid proper attention. Now, acrylics. Black would be probably in this one. That's glossy black. I don't want glossy black. I just want standard black. Stop that, I ask. Now, next. Give the paint a bit of a shake. Now, I've got a fairly crisp brush for this. But it shouldn't be too hard to get our mission accomplished. Now, see, I can see a suitable brush from here. Excellent. Oh, is this blocked? Alright, where are our pins at? I used to have a... I know where they'd be. Give me a moment. Somewhere, here we go. My pin stash for these sorts of occasions. Boom. Unblock. Well, hopefully. Yep, there. Jesus. Yeah, there we go. Might just wipe my hands very quickly. I forgot to get paper towel. I'll worry about that in due course. Do I have something I can, or something? Yeah, I do actually. Give me a moment. All right, now put out a spot of black. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, there we go. I think maybe it's okay. Actually, I do have another one. So that one's done. Right, next, nice sharp brush. I reckon I might want to go with the goggles on. Now, let's get you guys a better viewing angle, probably about there. And I reckon I'll go across here. Just the starter. That's not off to a bad start. Now you can see what I'm doing. You can. I might just give you a better view. It's not perfect, but It's getting there. There we go. There's one. It's a little rugged, but I can tidy that up with a bit of weathering. Now, next, this one across here. And once I've got this done, and this doesn't need to go too far actually, then we can get onto the decals. Now, how far out do I go? There, I see where I go to. Excellent. Almost there. Actually, without pissing in your pocket. And maybe there's something to be learned here. Painting these is actually in some ways easier than using the decals. Now, hopefully, the tape's done its job. So I've been a bit clumsy on a couple of things, but we shall see. Oops. I can do that as a minor touch-up along the way. That's fine. Anything that does get a bit mucky, minor touch-ups will fix. That's part of the reason why I don't mind painting these. All right. Aside from that little error, my line should probably be a bit thicker, but overall, I'm dealing with that. Do I want to thicken it up now? Possibly. Doubt I will. Because, okay, it's pretty good up to there. It's on this side that gets a bit narrow. So, what I'm thinking is that by thickening it up, there we go. And if I do this carefully enough, we'll see how much I need to do on the touch-up front. I might even just be able to cover some of it with weathering. All right. It's not horrible. Hell, a couple of touches and you'd never even notice. Maybe a bit of weathering. Boom. Oh, hey, King Fox, how are you doing? So, yeah, there's our issues with the lost decal and the unhappy decal fixed. And, you know, all bullshit aside, it's certainly a solid remedy, but it's almost just as easy to do it that way as to whether you'd want to, regardless of decals or not, because you can just, boom, it's not hard. So let's see how we go. Now, next, let's get this out the way. That out the way. And, all right. So we can start with the small ones, obviously. In fact, that's all we got now is small ones. Just having a quick gander. All right. How interesting. They've got some really unusual, there's some stuff here that I find a little bit strange. For example, 10, there's apparently 2 of them, goes there. Now you would think on the other wing it would be the same, but there is not. In fact, the compartments are separate. They're completely different. How interesting. Oh, so you can't. Oh, yes, you can, yeah. So the way they're even set up there, I'll have to zoom in so you can see what I'm... Oh, yeah. There's 5. Did you enjoy your time in 5? Anyway, here's what I was waffling about. You can see that the compartment things that are different, the numbers don't correlate. Interesting. All right. Yep. Now, doesn't really matter which wing I start on, does it? Now, having just done a bit of painting on that one, though, I guess we'll start with this one. I'm actually pretty pleased with how that fixing that up with paint came up pretty well. All right, now time for me to get some water. All righty. Ha! Ski and sledge there. Yes, it would be, well, it is that time of year for you guys, isn't it now? And you are in one of the chillier parts of the world. Over here, we've been kind of lucky with the weather. We haven't had any days over 40 yet. Not used to that wonderful word. It's going to happen. That's pretty much a given. Might just grab some paper towel. But yeah, wouldn't be an Australian summer without it. Indeed, it's expected that there's possibly, they say, you know, I always wonder whenever you hear that phrase, they say. £7.50. That's a shitload, mate. Or look, first up, I don't drink, but and I know that over here, here's a few interesting. Here's some fun alcohol facts for you. Well, I don't know if they're fun, but they're facts. Over here, if you ask for a pint, you will actually receive 425 mils. This is not a pint, an imperial pint, and you have to ask specifically. And these days, it's only been something that in the last 20 years has started to be a thing. the serving of the imperial pints being 565 mils. In any event, I know that I saw a sign, went past a place the other day, had a big sign at the front, $10 imperial pints. Now, I know the exchange rate for you guys is 2.5. So you'd be talking about, let's just say $25 at least for a pint of beer. And I've got 2 words for that suggestion. Even if I was going to have one, because I don't generally drink, as I said. Yeah, and I'll try and keep it clean for a change. Let's just say no. But generally speaking, my first word would start with, or rhyme with, duck. That's daylight robbery, that is, mate. Cool. Now, getting back to business. I mean, seriously, for that sort of price for a beer, I'd be expecting a blowjob with it. Nothing less. Now, for those of you who are not wishing to receive such activities, perhaps some other recreation thing of your pleasure would suit perfectly well. But I think something would be required, some sort of favor, some sort of upscaling, shall we say. You know what I'm saying here? God. Gold-plated glasses, that's a perfectly acceptable option if that is what floats your boat. Yeah, that's, wow. Now, we'll start with 10. Get them done. Deedly. There's my other strip of decals gone. They are. I don't play hide and seek. Ah, here they are. 10. 10, 10, 10. 10. Boom. There we go. Yeah, well, that's not actually why I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking because I got very seriously into my weightlifting when I was in my 20s, and it just became a thing. And I guess part of that's probably facilitated by having worked in the security industry. And in many ways, I mean, I've dealt with people on all sorts of drugs, you know. Some of them are funny. People on acid will crack up. I used to do security these dance parties for that were organised by hippies. And mate, it was like babysitting. The worst you have to worry about is somebody having a bit of a moment. You just say, "Do you need to sit down, dear? Would you like a glass of water?" Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, right. But yeah, alcohol can be, look, some people are fine with on it, and I think we all know that some people are not. And yeah, it's possibly the fact I've dealt with people who are not all too often that also helps facilitate my lack of drinking. But yeah, but that's a pretty full-on price at any sort of yeah, that's just wow. Now this water's reasonably warm, so for at least a little while it may not take too long to get shit moving. Let's see how we go on this one. Yep. Alrighty. There you go. There. Right at the front. Might want to try. bit of an angle on it. There we go. There's one. These are really small ones, so what I'll probably need to do is once they're in position, I'll zoom in so as you can see them in situ, as it were. And then we'll move on to some other ones. Wonder if there's any other decals that are unique here. Not really. We can get there's 434s that need to go on. We may as well do the entire wing and then just go on to the other one. I'm thinking about it. It'll just be easier. Maybe. We'll see how that rolls out in theory or in practice. But that's what I'm going to attempt to do. We shall see if that's a sensible / plausible option. Maybe a bit much on the quantity of decal setter. Just take some of that off. Get that out the way. And now, there we go. No, we don't. There we go. Yeah. All right. Now, hang on, bloody. You can. The focus isn't. Why is it not focusing for me? You can see where they are anyway. That's them in position. Bam. That's strange. It's just not focusing right. Why is it giving me that hazy sort of shit? Oh well. Anyway, that's them on. Where's Weatherspoon? I'm going to take it over. I take it it's in Wales. Now, next, we will go. Of course. Something I've got to try and do. Actually, I might even do now. Do I have a pen handy? I do have a pen handy. I'm going to save myself a bit of confusion. By just quickly zoom you out a bit. Crossing out those numbers that pertain to the big ones, because okay, I don't need. In fact, I can even do that. 73, 85. Right. So that sort of clarifies it a bit more for me. That's just for me. Works for my mind anyway. 58's that one. 73, 66, 91. And 72. Oh, had an itchy ear. Try to go for the quick scratch and knock my headset off. We're almost. And 72. All right. That's going to make it a bit easier for. So like they're like a chain, are they? Of pubs, are they? Oh, goddamn coffee. Now, next. All right. 11 goes there. There's an 11 on the other wing. In fact, there's 4 11s all up. Would it be worth getting them all knocked out? Probably, because they'll be in a line, theoretically. You would expect. I've expected a few things off that front with this kit. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. Hey, let's start at this time. That makes it nice and easy. And they are such that now 12. Give me a moment. It's on this one. Okay. So what we'll do, we will do all 4 of them. Now, first, this one. Now, so better put my tweezers here. They are right in front of me. And now let's just get a bit of a second take just to be sure. I've got it sussed as to where I want to put it. And this will go. We'll turn it around to this angle, I think. Yeah. And it's always a bit bemusing when what they've drawn on the thing doesn't really correspond to what you're looking at on the kit. Now, so there's that. Really? That's a bit annoying. All right. What we'll do, we'll put that there. And soak. Yeah, right. Interesting. I mean, obviously we get that sort of thing over here as well. As you can gather, Weatherspoons are not over here, but chains of hotels owned by people and da 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 da. Sometimes they renovate and sometimes they don't. Yada yada. Oops. Almost lost my decal. It is indeed moving. Now this one will go theoretically. This one I can see where it goes. Yay. Right there. Oh, hang on, I haven't put this one on yet. Where have I? Oh, yeah, there it is. Sometimes I'm a wee bit slow on the. Hang on. All right. Give me a moment. Yeah, right. That all makes sense. And on we go. And oh, it's on my brush, I think. It's so bloody small, it's hard to tell. And that's with magnification. Hang on. Where's it gone to? Just trying to see if it's in my brush. I've lost all sight of it. Is that it? That's it there, Jesus. Oh, hang on. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. I think. Christ. This is less than ideal in my eyes. If you can't see where it is, it probably doesn't matter, you know what I mean? I can't even see the bloody thing. I think that's it there. Wow, what a pain in the ass. Hang on. Just for my own edification. That's not helping. Puts it in there. It's gone to the Bermuda Triangle of decals. Hang on. Fuck's sake. Didn't even come off. No wonder I'm just going, can't see it. Jesus. That would account for it. All that for one decal that you can hardly see anyway, although you can see it, and at least it's there, and I can stop my bitching and wondering. Hey, Three Doors, how you doing? Oh. What? Now, sometimes I get a lot of people from Twitch. I'm on multiple platforms, as I think you're aware, David, and Ian, and anyone else who's listening. And to comment, you think there's somebody watching. What it actually is can get cheap viewers, and I don't want cheap viewers. I want my viewers to be actually interested in what I'm doing. Yeah. All right. After all that palaver on the last one, at least I know what I'm looking. I can't believe I went through that nonsense. Actually, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. That would be that one. All right, let's do this. Alrighty. Then there's the two on the other end, on the other wing. Now, I don't reckon. Let's see. Moving yet. I don't reckon this is actually going to take too much longer. There's not actually that many more to do, as long as I don't have to go through that sort of nonsense again. Let's see how we go. Yep, moving. Decal setter. Let's get this done. It was right there. That spot out a bit. It's bigger than the bloody decal. And well, this time it's straighten. Now let's get rid of that excess liquid. Sorry to smack the microphone. There we go. So, oh, hey David, how you doing? Oh, sorry, you're already on. Sorry. 8 ounce. Yeah, right. Wow. Oh, so that's in court. So you get this $12.78 for the for the whole lot. So that'd be 20. Now, okay, here we go. That would equate to about 30 odd bucks, 36 bucks maybe. Say 30. Actually, probably be close because I think it's 2.5. If it is 3, it'd be 36. And I can actually state categorically, if I was going out for a meal and asked to pay 36, I'd probably go, yeah. And it's a pretty reasonable sort of an ask. Price-wise, I would have thought. Certainly over here it is, in the comparative terms. Now, I would probably be doing myself a bit of a favour to turn this around from the same sort of an angle, I would suggest. And I'd say they'd probably go the same spots. And they say I'm just a pretty face. Now, let's get that done. Get these last of the 11s done. All right. I can see that. I used to work at a place in town, and yeah, it wasn't where people went to go for the night out. It was where people met to go for the night out because it was near all the nightclubs. It was free to get in. Da 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 da, and it would actually get pretty busy as a result. That place comes with a kind of funny story, which is that for years, the street it was on is a place called Hindley Street. And over here, certainly in Adelaide at least, is where all the shit goes. It's the main drag. It's known for random acts of violence and thuggery. And for years, I scrupulously avoided it as a bouncer because of that fact. And anyway, time came and I was actually living on Hindley Street because that's where the martial arts academy I was training at was. I was living there. At the time, I was working this place out in town, way out in town, and I thought, this is bullshit. I'd gone past this place and it looked all right. Yeah. Seemed nice and tame and not too much of a problem. And I should have just realised Hindley Street. It was, and I had some brutal fights there because I didn't think it through. Hindley Street, Rob. That's all you needed to have thought about. Hindley Street. So live and learn. Although that was the second to last place I worked. The other one, or the last one, being off of my brush, you bitch. Off of there, thank you. Gonna need some water now. And yeah, the last place I worked was a strip club on Hindley. I mean, the one thing they both had was because by that stage, after having worked at the Rosemont, it wasn't. It's sort of just come to be accustomed to the shit that went down. And, yeah, it didn't seem such a big deal. Yeah, no. Again, live and learn. Now, once we've gotten this one on, we're back to this wing, and we're going to put 12 on. Next, we will slice some of these numbers off. This one. Now, tweezers. Now, next. Soak. What do we do after 12? I guess. Oh, wow. I know there's 45 as well, 245s that need to go on. But there's only that and 434s to go on to complete the wing. Let's see, what's the time now? I've got a acupuncture appointment really soon today. I need to be a little bit aware of that. Now, we're moving. Let's do this one. Thin that out a bit. Delete. Get off of my brush. Hey, yo. There we go. Wipe the excess liquid. All right, dear oh dear. Now, swap them over. The 12 goes right there. So, to the end, that's that one. So, boom. Slice the number off. Tweezers. And soak. Alrighty. Dearie, dearie me. So many decals. Well, everyone is getting us closer. Get a little bit closer now. Now, let's see if we're moving. No. Alrighty, we moving yet? Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. thin that out a little. It's like right next to the big decal there. Just a little bit tricksy. But and take up the excess liquid. Done. Right. So what we have, as far as it goes, just little stuff like this. Where can you see one? There. That's one. There. These ones. Getting there. All right. Zooming out. Now, there's 445s, you reckon? Have they done the stash them around the place game? Yeah, I reckon they have. Give me a moment. Although, are there any on here? Because there may be. Nope. Give me a moment here again. I see, said the blind man. Yeah, they're all the foot. No, they're not. So there's those ones. If I keep umming and ahhing, I'll just get onto another number until they appear, because that's what happens sometimes, I've discovered with these. All right. Let's start 34s. Now, they're pretty easy ones to spot. They go that way around every time. They go on very specific locations. Yeah. And there, one there. Where's the one for up there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, let's do 34s. They're a pretty straightforward operation as far as locating and all the rest. They're a good size, which does actually help. One. Now tomorrow, there's an exhaust port I need to scratch build. And I want to do that tomorrow. So what might be happening tomorrow is we'll see about getting, if I don't finish the decaling today, which I may not, anything that isn't done today can be finished tomorrow after I've finished making that part. Unless, of course, by some miracle, the part appears. This is highly unlikely. Trying to imagine that being reported in a whoever got canonized in some capacity. The miracle of the exhaust port, whereupon the lost part did manifest. Now, just yeah. Oops, that's a lot too much. That's probably the perfect amount. Now, just want to get the light on this absolutely correct. So that, there we go. Get the oh, there we go. Right, one. The next one will go there. Now, next one. Now, these are sufficiently. Hang on, I know there's two that are in a weird spot. I can slice them out. And I will. So, I might as well do all 8 of them. Because there are 8 all up. And that will also get us well in on the other wing. And in fact, oh wow, really close to being done on that one too. If I get all of these on, so we'll see how that rolls out. Alrighty, now we shall alrighty. Hey Google, how you doing? You might want to put a different name on your account than Google. Just putting it out there. Unless you wish to go by that name, which is entirely your prerogative. Now just that's probably plenty. You don't really need a lot of this stuff. And a small amount will make it easier to see where you want to put your thing. That's my theory. Just straighten that up. Get rid of the excess liquid. Ah, Andy, you have a name now. Hey. Now, let me just trying to make sure I've got it in exactly the right spot. And some of that's a bit of Yeah, I believe I do. Aha! Almost. That can even be just a little further across. If I can manage that. And if I can do that with a bit of water. Come on. Yeah, man. Oops, a daisy. Click that back over. Move him around. Around the outside. Come on now. What are you doing to me? And you see, that's what you get for. I should have put the goggles on in the first place. There. Is where I want it to go. There we go. It's a small thing, but you know. Alrighty. Now we'll just wipe that liquid off. Alright. So Andy, are you building anything at the moment? Alright. Next, number 34. Being, I reckon I'm going to keep the goggles on for this so I can get the angle absolutely spot on. Because, of course, ultimately, that is what you want to do. Slice that off. Slice that off. Alrighty. Now, oops. There we go. Soak. Well, don't be shy, mate. Tell us about what you're building. I was going to say I'm all ears, but that's quite untrue. The ears are actually a smaller part of my anatomy. Now, next, let's see if we're moving. Not yet. Now, hopefully this time. Oh, yeah. There. Is our target. There. Days. Now, let's just move that around. Here we go. Yep. Now, just give me a moment. And we'll get the next one on. Alrighty. Now, next one. This one. Okay, let's just get rid of any moisture. Delete. Alrighty. Last one of these. On this wing at least. This one goes up there. Let's have a good close look. Oh, yep. Bam. Wonder what these things actually mark out. Alrighty. Now, once we get this one on, as I said, it's onto the left-hand wing. Then I might need to have a bit of a gander at the time. Yep, here we go. Now, let's decal setter. Might thin that down a little. And then we'll place that decal. Oh, faffing around a bit here, more than got it almost. I would say so. And there is being there, and there our 434s in position. All right, there are, of course, 4 of them on this wing. Mouthful of coffee. Now, bing. Scalpel. Now, boom, and bam. Alrighty. Slice. And jolly good. Alrighty. Yeah, that is indeed the effect. On a 1:72 kit, you are not going to be able to hand paint this sort of stuff. You could stencils. If you had stencils, you could do it, but they'd need to be top notch. The way it's generally done, of course, as you can see, is decals. Gives it the all little technical things that aircraft have, really. And I guess it makes it easier from a viewpoint of being able to supply multiple sets of decals for different aircraft. So whilst the technical ones, like the ones I'm putting on now, would remain the same on the whole, you can put different insignia on them. And they can put that more easily by using decals, I guess, rather than having to do stencils, which are quite etchy sketch sort of a. That'd be cool though. I reckon actually good stencils would be better. That's moving. But also a shitload more fiddly. Now we're going here. We're going to thin that down. Over you come. And on you go. A little lower. A little further across. Let me just get rid of some of this excess water. Making it a little. Yes, it's a shade lower is where I need to be. Not much, just a touch. And a little square. There we go. Almost. Just a touch. Alrighty. Now, Alrighty. Now, oops, a daisy. Come here, you. Tweezers. Alright, and soak. Now, after I've gotten these 3 on, what's my next number for? And there's only 2 more on the other wing and it's done. What about this wing? 4 more. Oh, kids, that is so good. That is so good. I'm well chipper about that. Now, so 3 of them, 4 of them, and 2 of them. What's the time now? 20 past 8 now. I reckon I can get all this done today. Yeah, that would be a good outcome. I'd be happy with that. Alrighty, let's get this one on. So, yeah, alrighty. I have you know that thing where you get a song in your head? I think they call it an earworm. Got a bit of that going on with Enter Sandman, except it's with different lyrics. It's Enter Sandwich. Cheese and ham, but not spam. Now, just gonna try there. There we go. Take up the excess liquid. Boom. 2. Next. This is we have to go a bit in depth and undercover. Because they're in here. It's a wee bit tricksy. Trixie. I reckon, because there's actually quite a shitload of leftover decals. The fact some of which do not even appear on this kit. I don't know if they're on the other set of insignia, but they're technical looking decals, which I find kind of strange. And I'm wondering if a lot of these decals overlap with B-17Gs. So maybe they have a few more technical decals on them. I don't know. And that's what the dealio is. We shall find out. In good... Well, actually, no, we shan't. We should just get these ones on. Ah! Will be something to inquire about. I could probably just look at... get one of my B-17G kits out and have a look. They'll tell me. Now... Oh, hey, kid, how you doing? Gotten those things painted that I need to get painted yesterday where the decals didn't, or well, I lost a decal or whatever happened where one snapped. Got that painted up. And we almost have all the decals on, which is a bit exciting. Now we'll go that angle, I reckon, and soak. Now this one goes there, roughly. Alrighty. Now forget all of this on, as I said, today. Tomorrow I can focus on making that part that I'm going to require. And then on the downhill run on this one. So yeah, winning. I'm good. Actually, I'm very good. For a number of reasons. One is that I took my new bass for its first jam yesterday, and it's a Rickenbacker. And oh yeah, it's my first top-notch instrument that I've purchased, and all I'm saying is I can see why they get the price tag, and I can see why they get the kudos. They are all that. If you're thinking about getting yourself a guitar or a bass and lashing the bucks, because I'm not going to say that they're cheap. They're not. But if you're going to do it, Rickenbacker. That's what I say. To give you an idea, they're used by some of the biggest names in rock. Guys like, Paul McCartney's a good starting point. Geddy Lee from Rush. Lemmy from Motorhead. Yeah, so I'm pretty chipper about that. I'm even just enjoying the options it gives as an instrument. It comes with some pretty cool options you can do. Now, that's... Let me just get rid of the excess liquid, and I'll check that that's correct. Yeah, there we go. And I'm also a bit chipper because I've been waiting for a couple of rings, and one of them has arrived, being that one. So I'm a bit chipper about that one. I've got another one coming. That'll be another 8 weeks. And ultimately this one will migrate to that finger there, and I'll have a bigger ring to go there to offset those two. That's the theory. So I'm feeling pretty good about that as well. So on the whole, I believe the line I'm looking for is everything's coming up, Robster. Yeah. Now, that may have been a little more detailed information as to how I'm going than you were anticipating. But yeah, what can I tell you? Feeling pretty good about all of that, as you can gather. Alrighty. The other cool thing about the Rickenbacker is on the side, just to finish on that sort of topic. I know it's not modelling, but yeah. Oops, sorry guys. They are hellishly hard to get hold of because they're pretty rare. They're handmade. And that of its own makes them, well, rare. They only make a certain amount a year, and unless you get one of those, you're not going to get one. So they'd have people pre-order and all sorts of shit. I'm trying to think of what other names use shitloads. Chris Squire from Yes is another one. I believe Cliff Burton used a Rickenbacker at one point. Yeah. So yes. Yeah. Oh, look, I'll be perfectly straight with you, mate. Look, it's been many years since I cleaned someone's clock because, I mean, I'm not a bouncer anymore. It's not something I do recreationally. But I do wonder, and I'll show you this, what I wonder about in a minute. Once I get this into position. Okay, here we go. I can't help but wonder if you notice that little diamond pattern there. If I were to crack someone good and solid with that, would they actually leave a pattern in there? I mean, you can see it as incriminating evidence potentially. Look, we know you punched him out. The diamond pattern fits on his chin. You know. Now, guys, I reckon I would be well served to do our 45s. Let me just check something one more time. There's them to go on. Okay, there's a few little ones still to go on that are a bit lurking around. Okay. Now this should, give me a moment. Right. So what's happened there? Right. Now why would I have cut? I can tell you why I would have. There's a 43 there that should be on an engine somewhere. I'll check that out later. In the meantime, alrighty, blue box of bits. I can guarantee you in here somewhere. Come here. bullseye. And they say I'm just a pretty face. I always say that. And as I always point out, no, they don't, because they're a bunch of pricks. Now, we shall get this number off, and then we'll get 45 on. Now, I should probably cruise off in about 25 minutes. Oop, there's a bit of moisture there I could do without being around at this juncture. And got that, trimmed that pretty close, but never mind. All right, where does 45 go? Right there. Right next to that, pretty much. Yeah, that makes sense. Alrighty, let's do it. And soak. So glad to get the decaling done. Seriously. It's been a saga. And after I've done the made the exhaust port, I'll there's some little touch-ups I wouldn't mind getting completed as well. And once all they are done, it's all coming together. Send that out. Now, that's right, it's supposed to come from that angle. Boom. And on she goes. That was cooperative. Giggity. Let's hope the next one is. Where's that one go? Right. There. Alrighty. Next. And up here. Yes, my only complaint in life is that I'm currently absolutely fangingly hungry, but that's self-inflicted and, in fact, something I'm I'm trying to get my weight down, so you're going to be hungry at some point. You don't have to like that fact, but you're gonna be hungry. So yeah. But I could really use something to eat. When I get off stream, I'll probably have an apple. Soak. Now, once I get the 45s on, we're well and truly on the home straight on the decal front. This is good. Very chipper about this. Is it moving? Just as I pulled the brush away, it looked like it moved. No. Oh God. No. as I dug my the decal in, it looked like something came off the paper. I've gone, oh my god! But no, it was just a false alarm. Well, let's see how we go this time. Alrighty, let's do it. Uh-oh. Rip it there. As I feared. Yep, there we go. Oh, actually. Lucky. It had gotten into my brush. And actually, it's not where I wanted it. For a moment there, I thought it had actually gone straight where I wanted it. It's not. I wanted the next one down. Oh, you bitch of a thing. Get off. And now we'll nudge it across a bit. There we go. Right. Oh no. Oh no, we're good. For a briefly horrifying moment that I thought I'd accidentally knocked off a decal. I haven't. It's all good. Now, change these over. Next 45. Again, if I don't get all of these done today, I mean, I've got to make that part tomorrow, and I can probably look at finishing any remaining decals then, because they simply won't take that long. Which is a good thing. Makes me happy, it does. So I'm going to slice them out of the way. Just because. And go to this one. And up here. Now this one will go. Yep. Rightio. And up there. Alrighty. Now, soak. Now, what I might consider, because I don't want to start a series of numbers in case what I prefer to do is there's a couple of single numbers that need to go on the other wing that we're working on. And may as well get them on. And that would just leave us 43, I think would be our last decal or series of decals. Oh, there's also 53 that needs to go on, but you get the idea. It's not going to slow us down a lot tomorrow. it's not going to slow us down much, period. Now, if you can. Get off of my brush. Nowhere near where you're meant to be. Cursed little thing. If you want to do it that way, then we'll play that little game. Oh, will you? Bloody thing. These little ones are developing a real penchant for getting stuck into my brush in a manner that I could frankly do with. There we go. That I could do without. But it's on now, and that's all I really care about, at least in that context. All right. Now, the last of the 45s. Wow. You've got, then there's the 43s, yeah. So, that's I reckon I'll leave them till tomorrow, just because of, oh wow. I know, almost, not all of this. I said, I don't need anything else off of this, but I do. But not much. Anyway. So, alrighty. Now, actually, 10 to 9 now. I'm going to get this decal on, and then I think I'm going to wind the stream up, because again, there's not much more. It's not going to slow us down tomorrow, but I do need to get ready for my appointment. These are facts. So yeah, we'll get this one on. But we've made some really good, solid progress overall on the kit. I'm really pleased with the way the stream's gone overall. Fixed up some damage, not damage, fixed up some issues. Got a lot of the small stuff on. Only a handful of decals left. Boom. This is good shit, kids. I believe that's the technical term. Good shit. Bit more. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Last one is moving. Let's get going, kids. And then, as I said, I'll wind up the stream. I will be back tomorrow. We're going to scratch build an exhaust port. Put the remaining 6 decals on. Yeah. Oh, there's a phrase I'm happy to bandy about. put the remaining 6 decals on, and then it's largely just putting the wings on. Put the wheel. In fact, even that's not a problem. Wow. Oh, then guys, it's really downhill behavior. It's all almost done. That is so cool. I'd say there's a very high percentage chance of having it done in the week. Not necessarily this week, but a week. That is good. It means I can get on with new kits. Yeah, new kits. There we go. All done. All right. So what we've done largely here, guys, is a whole stack of these little tiny ones like that. Stacks of them. And on this wing, used a bit of paint to create. You can see that's paint actually, although it does require magnification. I can tidy that up a little, and also part of that descending line there, or I could just do a bit of weathering. I'll probably just do a bit of weathering, ease of purpose. But on the whole, even from a distance, you can't really tell, so it's not entirely horrible. Alrighty. Right, well, that's me done for today. Wow. I'm really pleased with how much we got done. I think it's a good, solid outcome from the stream. All right, first-time viewers out there, I think you know where I'm going with this. Follow, like, or subscribe. It's a pretty simple equation. If you'd like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and Discord, and Rob the Builder and Food Monster on Twitter. Again, follow, like, or subscribe. All right. Well, that's me done for today. And I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, as I said, we're going to be making that spare part, or that exhaust port. We will put the last of the decals on so that they're done. And my pleasure, David. And once that's done, it's very much the downhill run from here. And that's just boom, shakalaka. You can't be unhappy about that. I choose not to be at bare minimum. All right. Well, that's me done. All that I can really say at this juncture is that I'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous.